Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. 35-minute practice. Let's get on our mats, let's start in child's pose, and let's loosen up a little bit. What do you say? So come onto your mat, and come on into your child's pose. You can have your knees wide, with your arms forward, or knees together and arms and hands alongside. And take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale, fill up. And a big exhale, empty out. Feeling your hands on your mat, feeling your head land. And if you can join me for the whole practice, please do join me for this whole practice. But if you can only stick around for a few minutes, that's okay too. A few minutes to be in your body, feel your breath. Even that can be the beginning of a shift. Take another long inhale. And a big exhale. From here, walk your hands a little more forward, tuck your toes under, and come on up into your downward facing dog. You can take more time in child's pose now or at any point during your practice. Spread your fingers wide, let your heels soften, and set your gaze or close your eyes. Still tuning into your breath. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. And on your next inhale, come on forward to your high push-up, high plank. Shoulders tracking over your wrists. You can see your hands. Check out that you have some space between your fingers. So if your fingers are all scrunched up, spread them out. Heels press back, crown of the head draws forward. If you want to bring your knees down for more support, absolutely you can. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. Take a full inhale here. And a big exhale. Inhaling, glide forward to your high push-up, high plank. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come on forward, high push-up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, come on forward to your high push-up. Now keep moving forward, lower halfway down. Chaturanga, low push-up. Pause here. You can drop your knees or come all the way down. As you inhale, upward facing dog. A couple of breaths here. Maybe your cobra or your low cobra, your toenails on your mat. Shoulders down and back, leading with your heart. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a long inhale here. And empty out. Another big breath in. As you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Set your feet. They can be together or apart. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Once more. Halfway lift. Couple of breaths here. So usually a transition pose. If you can really let your spine lengthen. Stay grounded through your feet. You might bend your knees. And you can find a place that works for your hands. Take a deep breath in, fold forward, exhale. On your inhale, rise to stand, soft knees, ground down, lift up, hands to your heart, exhale. Set your gaze here. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. You might set an intention for your practice today. Take a big breath in, and a long breath out. Inhale, sweep up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, step back, high push-up to low push-up as you exhale. Elbows squeezing in, upward dog. A big breath in, downward dog, breath out. Take a long inhale. And a big exhale. Letting your head hang down. You can add a little bit of movement here if you like, whether it's moving your head around to loosen up your neck and shoulders, or walking out your dog to, well, just to begin to loosen up. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we are, hopefully, loosening up. Loosening up our bodies, opening up, giving ourselves some space so we can loosen up the hold that some of the stuff in our lives has on us. So we can loosen up and feel that we don't have to hang on quite so tightly to the stuff. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And I think that as we loosen up, we lighten up and we can enjoy or practice this moment, our day, a little more. Take another big breath in. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Fill up, lift up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Upward dog, take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Breathe in, fill up. And breathe out, empty out. Once more, breathe in, exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet, big bend to your knees. You don't have to start out with a big bend in your knees. You can bend your knees and then, if you have some room, to sit a little bit lower. Extending through your arms and your hands. You can bring your hands to your heart if that feels like a better fit. Feet are set, soften your toes. Loosen up on your toes. Let your shoulders loosen up a little bit. And your ideas about what you think your practice or your day should be like. Can you loosen up a little on those? Take one more big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Set your feet, rise up, hands higher at your heart. And yes, loosening up where you can loosen up, but at the same time, you still need some effort. The effort that it takes to get on your mat. And then the effort, the energy in your legs, in your breath, in your focus. Not hanging on, just the right amount of effort, coming into balance. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior one, rise up. Front foot is flat and straight. Back toes point a little bit forward. Bending into your front knee, letting it track over your front ankle. Take a long inhale. Then a big exhale. You can connect through your feet, but you don't have to hang on. And then you might tighten up the muscles in your back leg. A little more lift here. Take another big inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps again. Warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. And you can add in some space between your feet. Lengthen through your arms, out through the tips of your fingers. Feel the tips of your fingers. If it works better, hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Finding a place that works to land your left hand. Let it land lightly. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps. Now warrior one, rise up. And add in your warrior two. Front foot still flat and straight, but in the Transition from warrior one to warrior two, your feet move. Usually your feet move. My feet move. And so then noticing that and setting now, setting your feet, setting your foundation, and setting your gaze or closing your eyes. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. If you set an intention, you can keep coming back to that. Even if you don't set an intention, you can feel the intention built into being here, this choice to be here. Spin your palms to the sky and take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior, reach up and go back. Active and long through your back leg, deep bend in your front knee. Lifting from your left hip, take a big inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. A big inhale here. Exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, back foot flat, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, come up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push up to low. Upward dog, take a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Right foot steps again, warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior, side angle. Parsva Konasana, right elbow. Lightly on your right leg. Left arm extends up to the sky. Check in with your feet. Check in with your breath. Take a big inhale. Then a long exhale. Deep breath in. Then a full breath out. You can stay here. You can add in your extension, left arm forward, right arm down. You can add in your half bind or your full bind. So feel it out. Maybe play around a little bit. Notice if your foundation shifts and moves. Stay with your foundation grounded. Steady breath, a big inhale. And a big exhale. And take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Feet are set, toes are soft. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. Right hand high. Reverse your warrior, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Push off, tip forward. Your right hand reaches for the ground in front and a little to the right of your baby toe. Left arm extends up to the sky, or you can bring your left hand to your left hip. A block is great under your right hand if you want to bring the ground up to you. And you don't have to make contact with the ground. If you feel steady enough without the right hand on the ground, then go for it. Press out through your lifted heel. Take a deep breath in. Left foot down beside the right, front of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Twist to your left, right elbow towards the outside of your left leg. Feet are even. Soften your toes. Feel your hands connect here. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Connect with your breath. Connect into your body, into your strength and power. And you can keep your hands together, or you can open up. Right hand reaching for the ground. Left arm up for the sky. Watch out for your right knee coming really far forward. Draw it back a little bit. Feel if there's room for that to even out. Take one more big breath in. Fold forward. Exhale. Come on back to your half moon. Right foot set. Right hand down. Left leg lifts. Little bit of leaning back. And you can lighten up on that bottom hand. Even if it means you fall out of the pose. Not such a big deal, right? Press out through your lifted heel. If you like a different variation, you can add that in. Take a big breath in. Drop back, warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands come down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps again, warrior one, rise up. Open out, warrior two. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior.
Now, reverse triangle. Start to straighten the right leg, lengthen through both legs, reach up, go back, and then come on through center. Reach forward, and your right hand extends down towards the ground. Left arm lengthens up. Take a long breath in, and a long breath out. Big inhale, and a big exhale. Gaze is set, or you can close your eyes and you can look down to the side, even take a peek up at your lifted hand. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Ground through your feet, top arm brings you up to stand, drop your hands, pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat. Feet are even, parallel or a little bit pigeon-toed, turn your big toes in. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Use a towel or strap between your hands for a little bit of space. Lift your chest, lift your heart, take a big inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. Hands come up and over. And if it doesn't work, you can simply bring your hands down to the ground. Watch out for rocking way back into your heels. Take your time, but feel if you can come just a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. We rock back into our heels because as we fold, we get nervous about tipping over. Notice if that's the case, that you're nervous about tipping over. And then take your time with it. Just little by little, one breath at a time, shifting forward. Feeling if you can let your head drop. Sometimes we get nervous about dropping the stuff that we're hanging on to. What will happen? You can pick it all right back up after you're done with your practice. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Sit down. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Rise up. Open out warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Parsva Konasana. Left elbow lightly on your left leg. Right arm up to the sky. Check in with your back foot. Back toes towards the side edge of your mat. Maybe a little bit forward. And your whole back foot on your mat. You might even feel for rolling the baby toe side of your back foot down. Creating a little lift in the inner arch of your back foot. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. You can stay here. Add in your extension, top arm forward, bottom hand down, or your half bind or your full bind. And paying attention to the little parts of your body, like the arch of your back foot, like your toes and your fingers. And all these little parts coming together to create the whole of your body, the whole of your being. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Gaze is set, or you can close your eyes. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Notice your front knee rolls to the right. Track it over your ankle. Reach your top arm up. Come on up to your warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse now. Half moon. Push off. Tip forward. Just enough of a push off. And give yourself a little push. But not so much that you tip over. Left hand in front, little to the left of your baby toe. You can bring the ground up to you. Set your standing foot flat and straight. Toes on this side want to spin to the left, and that can become a habit so that when you straighten out your foot, it feels a little funny. Press out through your lifted heel, shoulders stacked. Take a deep breath in. Right foot down beside your left. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Set your feet, bend your knees, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale. Now twist to your right, left elbow towards the outside of your right leg. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. lengthening, feeling the length in your spine on your inhale. And as you exhale, rinsing and twisting, hands can stay together. They can open up. Side crow is an option. Your right arm extends up, spine is long. Hips a little bit lower, your left hand doesn't have to touch the ground. That's just a nice reminder. Let this work for you. Let the pose, the practice meet you where you are today. Take one more big inhale, fold forward, exhale. Come on back to your half moon. Your left foot standing, right leg lifts. You the twist. And then open up. Maybe a little more room. Maybe a little more stability. Maybe not. If you want to play around with the variation here. Or simply shift your drishti. Press out through your lifted heel. Take your flying foot a little higher. Big inhale. Lightly drop back to your warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Exhale. Hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Now warrior one. Rise up. Open out to your warrior two. Left hand high. Reverse. And start to straighten your left leg. Both legs are long. Generous amount of space between your feet here. Come through center and come on into your triangle, Trikonasana. Extend out through the left hand. Left arm extends down. Right arm extends up. You can also work with your right hand arm on your hip. Both sides of your body are long. The length in the right side tends to be a little more obvious. But notice that you can still feel the length in the left side body from your hip to your armpit. Take a long breath in. And a full breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Back foot is flat, back toes towards the side of your mat, maybe a little bit forward, even when you get into the pose. If you need to adjust, you can still adjust. You have the space for that. Ground through your feet. Top arm pulls you up to stand. Drop your hands. Toes pivot to the side. Once more, interlace your fingers at your low back. If you want to work with a different variation, go for it. Take a big breath in here. Fold forward as you exhale. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, empty out. You might soften your knees here. And if you want to add a little bit of movement, you can add a little bit of movement. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up, pivot back around towards the front edge of your mat. Runner's lunge, plant your hands, right foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog, or stick in a child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Breathe in here. Exhale lightly, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together a little bit forward, extend your right leg up to the sky, bend your right knee for your down dog hip opener. If you want to flip your dog, you can let the foot pull you over. Take your breath or two, take your time, absolutely. And come on into your half pigeon on this side. Your right knee comes forward towards your right thumb. You might have some room to bring your right foot to the left and forward. Left leg long behind you. You can also set up the variation on your back. If you want to walk your hands back towards your hips here, add in a little bit of lift, even out your hips. And then begin to lengthen and come forward. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Even just feeling the movement of your breath, how you don't have to hold your breath, especially if it gets challenging. And yeah, all the stuff that you hold on to. If you put it down, right, let it go. Just for a breath or two while you're on your mat. It'll all still be okay. Take a long breath in. Then a long breath out. I've said this before, if you don't know where to begin, how do you let it go? Just tune into your breath. Follow your breath. A big inhale. And a full exhale. Really simple. Breathe in. And breathe out. Big inhale. And a big exhale. Fingers are soft here. Fingers can be soft here. You can soften your face, your jaw. You can loosen up and lighten up and experience the joy in this moment. Take another big breath in and a long breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders and make your way back to your downward facing dog. So you want to stick in your three-legged dog, you can. Maybe a vinyasa, even a tabletop with some cat-cows. You can add any of that in. It's your practice. Take a full inhale. And a big exhale. Feet come together and forward, left leg to the sky. Bend your left knee now for your down dog hip opener. Again, the option to flip your dog or work with your right knee on your mat for a little more support, taking your time and transitioning into your half pigeon. Here, your right leg. Might be able to walk it back behind you. Feel where the left foot lands. If you have some room, you can give it a self-assist. Again, the option to walk your hands back. If you're evening out your hips, it's your left hip back, your right hip forward. Usually there's a little room here. And then lengthening and coming forward. Variation on your back is a great option. A block under your hip or your chest or your forehead, also a great option. Loosening up enough so that, you can give yourself a little more support in the form of props or extra breath. Even this practice. It's whatever else you have to do today. It can wait while you give yourself some care and attention. Take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Take a big inhale. And a full exhale. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Hands under your shoulders. One last downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, a little vinyasa. Whatever movement feels good. Take a big breath in. And empty out. Here, bring your knees to your mat. Sit back over your heels. Extend your feet forward. Reach your hands forward, strong core. Lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come to a hover, lift your feet, take your feet wide, crisscross one on top of the other for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center, hover and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower all the way down. Come onto your back, set your feet flat, And come on up for your bridge or your wheel. Set your feet, big inhale. Lift up, bridge, any variation, arms and hands alongside, or interlace your fingers under your low back, maybe a block under your hips. Wheel. You can add in rest. Right? Any variation, any combination, a big inhale and a big exhale. Breathe in, fill up, and breathe out, empty out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Take another big inhale, and as you exhale, slowly lower down. Come onto your back, soles of your feet together, knees to the sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. Take a big inhale. Open your mouth, empty out. From here, we'll move right into Shavasana. So set yourself up. If you want to add in a twist, you can add in a twist. Keeping your legs as they are, or setting up a different variation. Put on an extra layer. I just realized now I'm all blue, but that's okay. Arms and hands alongside is nice. Palms up, shoulders soften. Take another deep inhale. Empty out. And if that stuff that you hang on to starts to creep in, you can notice it. Take a big inhale. Allow yourself to let it go. Keep coming back to your breath. Here you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring some gentle movement to your body. Maybe let your head roll side to side. Drawing your knees to your chest. You can roll to one side, make your way to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Winston was in Shavasana the whole time. That's his favorite pose. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. If you enjoyed this practice, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Remember, check out my Patreon for full-length practices. And right now, there's a 7-day free trial available to you. Also remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other. And I'll see you soon.